This is a Canizaro Creations training video. Jack's chain, the layout for the table runner. You've created all of your hexagon blocks and added the triangles set in between the 9 patches. And now we need to make this into a row. And as you can see, the hexagons are placed with the points of the hexagon towards each other. And as you can see, 2 triangles are added between each one of the hexagon blocks. And because this is a single row of the table runner, I paid attention to where I placed the different fabrics, just so that I didn't repeat any in each area. Please note that we have resized these triangles. They will not be oversized in this step. The triangles that have been used thus far in this pattern have been cut oversized. But now, putting the row together, the triangles need to be the correct size. So this was a 4-inch triangle that I am cutting down to 3¼ inches high. This is a 60-degree angle ruler, and I've placed a piece of tape across at the 3¼ inch, and then I will just trim that one side. And there's the triangle trimmed. The way this row is constructed is you join the triangles between those 2 9 patches on each one of them, and it creates a row. So the way I'm going to construct this, the triangles are going to be attached to hexagon 1, 3, and 5, and 2 and 4 will be set in when those are finished. And then we will add the right and left ends. Here is hexagon 3 with its triangle sewn on. Here is 1 with its triangle sewn on and sewn to hexagon 2. When you sew the triangles to the hexagon block, the seam may be pressed towards the triangle. So hexagon 1 had this triangle sewn to it and this triangle sewn to it. We're now connecting hexagon 2. The first seam is connecting these 2 triangles. You have to pin, holding back the seam allowances here and here, and don't catch them in. Do a back stitch at the beginning and the end, and just sew that 3½ inch seam. Cut your threads. Now we're going to pivot the way we pivoted getting these triangles in. You pivot from this seam to this triangle, connecting those 2 9 patches, and similarly at the top. So this is how the block looks from the back after it's been pressed. The seams naturally wanted to go out. This is hexagon 2. If you remember, I sewed the triangles onto 1 and the triangles onto 3, and now we are here. This is what we sewed on this way. And it just seemed to want to lay that way. It doesn't really matter how you put the seams as long as they can lay flat. Attach both ends the same way. Here is my row sewn together. And now for the sides. As you can see, the layout is the same as sewing the center together. You're going to add triangles between the sections. This is how the sides look placed against the center. Notice the red arrows. This is what you will sew together. And here they are pinned. Sew those small seams together, break your thread, and then repin the other 3 sections in between those. More information in the printed material. And here's my table runner. I need to trim around the edge and add the border and quilt it.